first came into this business, it was pretty much, I won't call it a mess, but it was, let's say, highly disorganized, and in desperate need of bringing in someone that could put the pieces together. Without an accounting firm to keep you on the straight and narrow, you've got nothing. And Greencare Fertilizers was in that position. No matter what Greencare could have from the standpoint of a quality product, without having the ability to have a proper line of credit, with the decent accounting methods in place, you really have nothing. You're going nowhere. The best thing about Kenny and Kenny, and this we noticed right from the very beginning, is that our needs come first. Kenny and Kenny treats us like I think you should treat any of your customers, and that's the customers' needs come first. And we've never not had that with Kenny and Kenny. We're never pushed off. We're never told that, well, we need 2 or 3 weeks before we can get to this particular issue. No, with Kenny and Kenny, we are taken care of right away. If we need something, if we need an answer, if we need an idea of where and how to keep a program going, regarding keeping cash flow where it needs to be. That's where Kenny and Kenny comes in. It just takes that part of the business off of our shoulders. Tim was instrumental in pretty much very carefully advising both me and Larry's spouse in the transfer of the business. Pretty delicate when you're basically almost working for 2 people from not different sides, because we were on the same path, looking to do the right thing and get the business transferred from my former partner's estate to me. Tim was very adept and very quick at getting the right numbers, shall I call them, just to put the whole package together, so that we had lawyers on both sides and accounting people on both sides that understood exactly what was going on with the transfer. There were no holdups. There were no misunderstandings, and it was a very smooth transition. What I like about Kenny and Kenny is they're not and there's nothing wrong with being a big accounting firm, but I don't need to deal with. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the inclination to spend the time that it would take to deal with a very large impersonal accounting firm. We need someone that's hands-on, that's I want to say almost right now attention. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone that's going to take care of me, my business, when I need it taken care of. And that's where Kenny and Kenny comes in. One thing that the people at Kenny and Kenny we find have been very effective communicators, because first of all, you can tell that they're highly skilled at what they do. They've got the background, and it shows, because anytime we've ever needed anything, it's done to our satisfaction, and that's the number one thing. There's never been any doubt about that we're getting the best service and the best correct service that's going to keep us out of problems with the IRS. And we've never had a problem, and that's over a period of 25 years plus. Kenny and Kenny's able to do, I want to call it customization. Because not every business is the same, and that's obvious. Some people will say, all business is the same. No, it's not. It's absolutely, that's the last thing business is. Businesses, just about every one of them are different. And it takes a real skilled accountant, psychologist. You see what I'm getting at is you've got to deal with people as, you got to treat people like people. You got to show the respect, and that only comes from a situation where you deal with people as individuals. You understand what their skills are, what their requirements are, and then you go about figuring out how do I best help my client. And Kenny is pretty much has that. I don't want to call it a formula, but they pretty much have that figured out.